I think it's a perfect time to buy a house, and in this video, I'm explaining to you why in detail with articles and facts and have an educated conversation. What I'm not here to do is have any political bias in this video, but these two play a big part in it, okay? So let's begin. But first, who am I? My name is Tanner Shook. I'm a realtor in Minot, North Dakota. And no, I don't want to be a salesman in a suit telling you to buy a house. I'm simply here to have an educated conversation. And my last three buyer clients have been first-time home buyers, which couples into like my age. I'm 23. I understand my age demographic. I hear a lot of things. What my demographic is having to say, a lot of pain points, objections. I've heard a lot. So I'm here to have an educated conversation. Okay, so what's the first reason why I think it's a perfect time to buy a house? You've seen from the beginning, the 2024 election. This is the first reason. There's a huge amount of uncertainty in this country at the moment. Okay, you hear from one side, Kamala Harris was just live on the debate a couple days ago, has a proposed housing plan with $25,000 in down payment assistance for first-time home buyers. Okay, and on the other side, I haven't really heard anything on what Trump has, if he has any plans for the housing market. I haven't found any. Could be wrong, but this is something that Kamala Harris is saying, and Donald Trump. I haven't heard anything. So what does this create? A common phrase amongst buyers is, "I'll just wait to buy until after the election." Okay, but what does this create because of this reason? Because of all the uncertainty at the moment. It creates a lot of FUD. What is FUD? FUD stands for fear, uncertainty, and doubt. All right, this is the second reason why I think it's perfect time to buy a house. When there's FUD involved to make a decision, no decision will be made. If it's too complicated, too hard, it's easy to just not do anything at all. All right, so what does this mean? It means that there's less buyers in the market at the moment. And how has the housing market been affected? I'm not just here to say there's less buyers. Let's talk about this now. The current housing market. So Redfin reports 65% of home listings have been sitting on the market longer than a month, up from 60% a year ago. So houses are sitting on the market. Okay, what does this also mean? If houses are sitting longer on the market, that could potentially mean, depending on your area, the houses are dropping because so. If people have to sell their house and they're sitting longer, hey, we got to do a price reduction. We got to get it sold. And, that's common across the country. Every market is different. I just wanted to do a nationwide thing because I just didn't want to specifically talk about my current market. Here's the article. Here's the citation. It's happening. Houses are sitting longer. Less people are buying. And the election is one reason, but there's another big reason why buyers aren't also in the market buying houses. And that is because interest rates are dropping. Industry experts expect interest rates to keep dropping. The industry group expects rates will fall below 5.9% at the end of 2025. Article right here. Okay. So it gives, people another excuse. I'm just going to wait until rates drop to buy a house. And when the rates do drop, that helps buyers out with payments, right? Next slide, we're going to explain what could potentially happen to the housing market with lower rates. Now, lower rates could actually raise house prices. Let's talk about this. And I made this graph on a video on YouTube a couple of weeks ago. I really like this graph because I think it's really informative. Okay, and here's an article right here. Rising demand will likely drive up house prices. Article, CBS News. Okay, so with more buyers entering the market because of the rates dropping, okay, that's could create a lot of competition. And not only buyers are entering the market like legit, but also what it does up here, there's a lot of mentality about maybe potentially entering the market because all you're going to hear on the news, rates dropping, rates dropping, rates dropping. People are going to tell you, hey, I think it's a good time to buy a house. Rates are dropping. Maybe family members can say, hey, rates are dropping. Let's go buy a house. That rates aren't as high as what they used to be. What does this do? It creates a psychological effect that now maybe buyers are going to be more tuned in to entering the market. And what does this mean? More competition could raise house prices. Okay. And let's look at this graph right here. So let's just say, for example, this is 2024, a house. There's 3 people interested in it because of the current situation with, the election, waiting for interest rates to drop, and some FUD. Okay, so now we have three people competing on a house. How competitive do you have to be? Like, how competitive are the other, if you're the one that gets it, how competitive were the other two in the competition? Okay. Now let's look at 2025, and hopefully that this graph makes sense coupled with this article from CBS News. If now you have maybe 6, 7 people interested in this house, how strong does your offer have to be compared to what it used to be in let's just say 2024? It probably has to be a lot stronger if you want this house. So not only could house prices go up, but the terms for buyers could also be less favorable. Maybe you don't get that contingency. There's certain things that could happen, not just with prices going up, that could affect buyers. And which is why, now this next slide is a must watch. I think it's the best time to buy a house because all the previous reasons we just talked about, they'll be coupled together at the same time. The 2024 election will be over. The uncertainty of what's happening will be over. So that excuse will be out the window. Rates are dropping, so now that excuse will be out the window. And a lot of FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, that'll be out the window because now we understand rates are dropping, the election is over, and that could have a lot of buyers entering the market. So all those reasons will be gone. And also with the media coverage, rates are dropping, rates are dropping, rates are dropping. It has a psychological effect on buyers. And all this stuff will be happening at the same time. And now let's look at this graph now. Let's just take out interest rates. Now let's put everything that we just talked about coupled together. This is what could happen for that same house you want to get. The prices could go up. The favorable terms could not be favorable. It's very good, strong chance that could happen. However, currently, today, this is why I think it's the best time to buy a house. You could take advantage of people waiting to enter the market because of all the reasons we just talked about, and take advantage of houses sitting longer on the market. So hopefully you learned something in this video. I try to make it unbiased as possible, try to have an extreme educated conversation with articles. Once again, thank you for watching. If you're on YouTube, subscribe for more. Any other platform, like and follow for more. Thank you for watching. Have a good one. Bye.